This is Head Bustin' Boxing, and we are back in the house finally to put an end of the controversy back in Flint, Michigan at the Dort Center between Claressa Shields, her team, Ivana Habazin and her team, mainly her trainer, James Ali Bashir, and as previously reported, Claressa Shields' brother, Artis Mack, or Artis Mack, was at the time allegedly the one who assaulted Ali Bashir on site of the weigh-in for their I can't even remember the date when they were supposed to fight. But anyway, the ruling has come in. Artis Mack, the older brother of the undisputed women's middleweight and unified junior middleweight world champion Claressa Shields, reached a plea deal on Monday in the shocking weigh-in attack on James Ali Bashir. And Mack pled guilty to one count of misdemeanor aggravated assault in the 67th District Court of Genesee County of Michigan. A court representative confirmed to ESPN later on, earlier today. Mack faces a March 10th sentencing of 1 year in county jail and or a $10,000 fine, the spokesperson said. Shields was scheduled to fight Ivana Habazin for the two vacant women junior middleweight world titles in the Showtime televised main event on October the 5th, so that was actually the date right there. But now reports are saying that James Ali Bashir is furious, and he could not understand how the district attorney could go through with this plea deal without even notifying him, without asking him would he like them to go through with the trial and deny the plea deal or what. So it's still a mess, but at least it has a conclusion far as what's going to happen to her brother. Now, I'll be honest with you, that's a slap on the wrist. Being charged with misdemeanor assault when you broke somebody's jaw and cracked their face, that's getting off pretty light. Doing a year in the county jail, that's going off pretty light. I don't know how things go in Michigan, but I can tell you how it works in Baltimore, and I can tell you how it works in North Carolina. He won't do a full year. He will probably do about 6 to 9 months of that time. He will not do a full year. The places that I know of, it's a such thing as double bunking or double bedding and whatnot. It's other ways. If you do community service, they'll cut your time in half and all that. And when I say community service, what I really mean is like if you take on a certain jobs or whatever while you in there, that could cut your time depending on what state you in. Maybe getting a GED or something like that could get time knocked off. So either way, he's not going to do a full year. So, and $1,000, that wouldn't even cover probably James Ali Bashir's medical bills. Now the question is, what do we learn from this situation? Now, I look at it two ways, and I've been accused of flip-flopping on the situation because when I initially saw it, I had an opinion, and it kind of swayed back and forth. But there is no winners in a situation like this. So, like I said, the question is, what do we learn from this? Number one, keep your hands to yourself unless you have to defend yourself or someone you love. And that wasn't quite the situation in Michigan on October the 5th, or whenever the weigh-in took place. That wasn't quite the case. Now, I'll be honest with you. If somebody was yelling at my sister and calling them all kinds of names, as James Ali Bashir was doing, yes, I would definitely want to lay hands on him. Let me put that on the record. I would want to. But should I do it? No. And if I was to do it, I would have to accept the fact that I'm going to have to probably do some jail time. which is what happened. Now I would expect more than that, but hey, you know, he got off light. Now on the other hand, with Mr. Bashir, you can't think you can just talk to people any kind of way and expect people to act civilized about it when you're acting like a savage. You know, you put yourself in a savage place, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get treated like a savage. So I don't see anybody being innocent in this situation, except for maybe Claressa Shields. And the reason why I say that is because when you watch the video, she wasn't paying that mess no mind. It was business as usual for her. She was focused on what she had to do. So when I hear people say, you know, that, you know, it's her fault and she has something to do with it. Now, do I think she found out that her brother did it after the fact? Yes. Do I think she should have came out and said, yes, it was my brother? No, that's her brother. That's not her job. I mean, at the end of the day, it was cameras all over the place in there. We got recording of that immediately. You know, probably within the hour of it happening. So, no, that's not her job. That's the cop's job. Then if she would have did that, then people would have been calling her a snitch. But with that being said, James Ali Bashir does have a circuit court civil suit in the works, suing Claressa Shields, suing her promoter, and let me see, her promoter name is Salida Promotions, and other companies that he's involved with. So, oh, and by the way, of course, he's suing Claressa Shields and her brother Artis Mack. Now, as far as Mack goes, he probably will be found guilty, but the rest, I'm not sure. Claressa Shields has made it very clear her brother was not part of her team. You never saw him on the stage anywhere. The fact that he was even present was unusual because he had never even been to any of her events. So the fact that it was held in her hometown, it was made more available for him, but he was never a part of her team. So I think he might have a hard time with the lawsuit against her and Salida Promotions. Now, if you want to say they might be liable due to security, a lack of security or something like that, that might be a different argument. But that would also be something you would probably have to deal with the people at, you know, the Michigan Dort Center or whatnot, because they actually held the event. I don't know. It's a mess. We'll see how it plays out. But hopefully this is the last time I'll have to do a video about this. But I did keep my promise. Several people wanted me to follow up to find out what the conclusion of this was. So there we go. And that's pretty much all I got. This is Head Busting Boxing Fight Doctor. Excuse me, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit me up in the comment section and let me know, was that a slap on the wrist? I would be shocked to hear anybody say it was not. Did he deserve more time? What do you think he should have got? I mean, I guess that's the question to ask. And should there be some type of, or should there have been some type of legal actions against James Ali Bashir? Because to tell you the truth, they could have hit him with verbal assault or whatever. And truth be told, assault isn't even hitting somebody; it's the act of attempting to hit somebody. When you hit them, that's what we would consider battery, from what I've been told anyway. But that's pretty much all I got. This is Head Busting Boxing's own Fight Doctor. I am out.